What is up, everybody? This is Sam. You're listening to the Pub Trivia Group podcast. Game number 166. Got a good one for you today. We're going to play common initials, short answer chain, acrostics, and then we got a bonus fourth round for you. We've got Ryan from California here. He made a new round. He calls it Rhyme Time. He wrote in. He was like, "Hey, Sam, I want to show you this round I made." And I loved it. I loved it. And I invited him on the show. So you get to play Ryan's bonus Rhyme Time round at the end of the game. Ryan, speaking of Ryan, how are you, man?
I'm excellent, Sam. Thanks so much. It's really good to be here. Really good to see you. I've been listening to you for quite a while now. So this is a really cool experience. I appreciate the invite.
Yes. So you're from the LA area. I think you're the first person to tell me that you've played along with my game through the infamous LA traffic. I'm bummed that I'm bummed, to think of you sitting in traffic, but I guess that's cool to hear that I can at least join you and hopefully make those long commutes a little bit shorter.
Well, you provide an invaluable service, but you've also kept this company on some pretty awesome road trips too. So it's not all bad.
Oh yeah,
You've had some pretty good trips playing along with your show too. So, but yeah, definitely a big help with the LA commute.
well, cool. I'll have to ask you more about that.
Perfect.
I love it. I love it. Well, thank you for joining me, Ryan. It's nice to meet you. I always tell people, this is called the Pub Trivia Group, not because I thought the Pub Trivia Group would be a great name for a podcast, but because we started as a Facebook group during COVID of just a group of people that played pub trivia together. And, now it's transitioned more into being a podcast, but I still like to get to know the people that play along and invite them on the show when they're willing to come on. Most people don't have any interest in coming on, but I'm glad that you took me up on the offer. So good to have you here,
Absolutely.
man.
I appreciate it. Thanks so much, Sam. Happy to be here. I can't wait to get started. It's going to be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, oh man. See, I do all these live. I told you we were going to be playing common initials for our first round. Oops, We're playing the name game. I started off trying to write this as a common initials round. We're actually going to play the name game. I record this live and we are live, so I'm going to just keep doing this. Round number one, the name game, not common initials. The name game dedicated to Jason and Casey, who left a 5-star Apple review. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Casey. And thank you for playing along while you're driving or flying together. That is awesome to hear. For this round, all 10 items going to feature your names, Jason or Casey, within each item. So each answer has either Jason or Casey somewhere in their name. Somewhere in their name. Let's play. Let's play. Item number one. Item number one. This musician was born in 1988, which, according to the song Slow Burn, was the last time they were early for anything. Who's that musician? All right, number two. At the time of his 2013 retirement from the NBA, this player ranked second all-time in both career assists and career steals. Who's that? Okay, number three. This 2003 crossover film pits two iconic characters against each other in a battle fans had anticipated for years. Delayed by years of disagreements between competing studios, it ultimately became the 8th installment in one film series and the 11th in another. Name that 2003 film. Okay, number four. 1 year before launching the nationally syndicated show for which he is best known, this broadcaster first voiced Shaggy in Scooby-Doo, a character he portrayed until 2009. All right, number five. Following his breakout role in a 1999 teen comedy, this actor starred as the nerdy protagonist in the music for Teenage Dirtbag. Okay, number 6. This duo of brothers was behind the 1998 R&B hit that millennials awkwardly slow dance to at high school dances, beginning with the lyric, "I will never find another lover sweeter than you." Name that duo of brothers. Okay, number 7. Created by Robert Ludlum, this character first appeared in a 1980 novel after being pulled from the Mediterranean Sea by fishermen. All right, number 8. This actor won the Academy Award for Best Actor for portraying a grieving Massachusetts janitor unexpectedly named guardian of his teenage nephew. Okay, number 9. Formed in the Miami area in 1973, this disco group's name combines a phonetic abbreviation of its frontman's surname with Florida's nickname. And then number 10, along with his younger brother, this recently retired NFL player owns a majority stake in Garage Beer and features prominently in its promotions. Because active NFL players are prohibited from endorsing alcohol, his brother cannot appear alongside him in those advertisements. Who is that recently retired NFL player? All right. Everybody, you know the drill. Went over each of those once. Going to go over those again, but then we're going to see if Ryan knows the answers. So pause now if you want more time. Because, yeah, I mean, he's going to be blurting these out. I have a feeling he knows quite a few of these. Ryan, how you feeling?
I don't know. You're a teacher. What's a good percentage? I figure 7 out of 10 is a C, but I usually find that to be a success when I'm playing the show. I usually shoot for over half. I think is usually good.
Well, especially like I always tell people, like pub trivia is designed for you to play with other people, right? So if you know, I mean, even if you know 3, right? If you know 3 and you have 3 friends that also know 3, right? You're doing pretty good.
Like, yeah, I've never joined a live show, but I'd like to someday. I just need to find some teammates. Anyway, I think I'm ready to give it a shot. I'm going to get off to a really slow start here, unfortunately. I had a fear I would come on the show and not know a single problem or a single question, and it's getting started off like that, but let's go ahead.
All right. Let's do it. The Jason and Casey round. All right, number 1. This musician was born in 1988, which, according to the song Slow Burn, was the last time they were early for anything. Do you know who that is?
No clue. Not even a guess. I don't know any Jasons or Caseys in pop music. So yeah, I'm sure a lot of people are screaming at me right now, but yeah, I don't even have a guess on this one.
Yeah, so that's going to be, I think you'd maybe call her like country, maybe folk, maybe country folk, Casey Musgraves.
Okay.
Do we know?
I'm familiar with the name, but don't know enough of her music, unfortunately. I'll try to do better on the next one.
I was listening to
Okay.
It's solid. It's solid stuff. I was listening to it the other day after I wrote this question. I'm not super familiar with her. The Umbrella song, maybe, but not super familiar with her. But yeah, it's good stuff. All right, number 2.
Yes.
At the time of his 2013 retirement from the NBA, this player ranked 2nd all time in both career assists and career steals. Who's that?
I think that's Jason Kidd.
That is Jason Kidd. Well done.
Okay.
All right, number 3. Number 3, this 2003 crossover film pits 2 iconic characters against each other in a battle fans and anticipated for years. Delayed by years of disagreements between competing studios, it ultimately became the 8th installment in one film franchise and the 11th in another.
So I think I know the two characters. I don't know the order. They come in the title. Do I get partial credit if I get the order wrong?
I mean, I'm a relatively easy grader. I'd probably give you both. I'd probably give you credit even if you switched them around. So
I think it's either Jason versus Freddy or Freddy versus Jason. I think that was the horror movie, right? Friday the 13th.
Those are the characters.
Versus...
Which lock in one of them. Which one do you think goes first?
Since it's the Jason round, I'll say Jason versus Freddy.
Oh no, it's Freddy versus Jason, but I'm still giving you the point for that one.
Okay, thank you. I'll take it. Appreciate it.
All right. Number 4. 1 year before launching the nationally syndicated show for which he is best known, this broadcaster first voiced Shaggy in Scooby-Doo, a character he portrayed until 2009.
Again, not sure on this one. I saw from Jason versus Freddy. My first thought was Freddie Prinze Jr. But that was the Scooby-Doo movie where he did the voice of Fred. I know that's not right. But I don't know. I don't know the answer to this one, unfortunately.
Yeah, so that's going to be Casey Kasem. Casey Kasem. Right. All right, number 5. Following his breakout role in a 1999 teen comedy, this actor starred as the nerdy protagonist in the music video for Teenage Dirtbag.
That's going to be Jason Biggs, right? From American Pie. That is
Jason Biggs. Well done. Yeah, from American Pie. Well done. Jason Biggs. Okay, number 6. This duo of brothers was behind the 1998 R&B hit that millennials awkwardly slow dance to at high school dances, beginning with the lyric, "I will never find another lover sweeter than you."
Yeah, I know the song really well. Just the artist is escaping me. I thought it was Jodeci, but that doesn't fit Jason or Casey. So yeah, I'm gonna have to take the red X on this one as well.
Sure. That's going to be Casey and JoJo. Casey and JoJo.
All right.
All right. Number 7. Number 7, created by Robert Ludlum. This character first appeared in a 1980 novel after being pulled from the Mediterranean Sea by fishermen.
That's going to be Jason Bourne.
Jason Bourne. Well done. Jason Bourne. Okay, number 8. This actor won the Academy Award for Best Actor for portraying a grieving Massachusetts janitor unexpectedly named guardian of his teenage nephew.
Is that Casey Affleck? Manchester by the Sea, I think. It's a movie.
Yes. Casey Affleck. You're at 5. You're at 5 now. Number 9, formed in the Miami area in 1973, this disco group's name combines a phonetic abbreviation of its frontman's surname with Florida's nickname.
Casey and the Sunshine Band?
Casey and the Sunshine Band. You're at 6.
All right, I'm at a D. Right. Let's see if I can get a C.
You're at a D. Let's get that C. Number 10. Along with his younger brother, this recently retired NFL player owns a majority stake in Garage Beer and features prominently in its promotions. Because active NFL players are prohibited from endorsing alcohol, his brother cannot appear alongside him in those endorsements.
That's
in those advertisements.
Yeah, Jason Kelce, right? Travis Kelce's older brother.
Yes, Jason Kelce. Jason Kelce is correct. So you got that C. You got 7 out of 10.
Right.
Well done,
I'll
man.
take it. That's better than I did in high school. So.
Well done. Yeah. So thank you again, Casey and Jason. Not easy names to write around for, especially since I already did back in game 103. I already did an entire Jason round. So I already took a lot of really good trivia worthy Jasons. And these were, I mean, no offense to these Jasons, but these were kind of my leftover Jasons, but I was glad we got to revisit the name. And yeah, Casey, I mean, I kind of just took the 5 most famous Caseys that I could find, and wasn't really left with much else. So yeah, not an easy couple to write around for, but I still appreciate them so much. So thank you, everybody. That was round number 1, the name game. Coming up, we got round number 2, short answer chain. All right, round number 2, short answer chain. So this one contains 10 short answer items which partially connect to the items immediately preceding and or immediately following. Hence that chain. Let's get right into it. Item number 1. This actress made an unexpected appearance in the Billboard Hot 100's Top 10 in 2013, singing while performing a simple percussion routine. Who is that actress? Okay, number 2. This model and reality TV star's 1994 marriage to 89-year-old billionaire J. Howard Marshall led to a years-long legal battle over her late husband's estate. Who's that? Okay, number 3. This 2005 action comedy opens with a husband and wife in marriage counseling before revealing they're in the same line of work. In 2024, it was adapted into a television series that debuted on Prime Video. Name that 2005 action comedy. Okay, number 4. This longtime breakfast mascot became the love interest of Colonel Sanders in a 2018 KFC chicken and waffles ad campaign that spoofed the iconic lift from Dirty Dancing. Name that longtime breakfast mascot. I apologize to the Brits, the Aussies, the Kiwis, the people away from North America. I don't think this is a big thing where you are. Sorry about that. Okay, number 5. Romance novel cover model Fabio was heavily featured in advertisements for this food brand, often appearing in over-the-top scenarios in which he dramatically rescued women from bland or high cholesterol meals. Name that food brand. All right, number 6. This 2003 rock hit featured the lyric, "My heart's in overdrive and you're behind the steering wheel." Name that 2003 rock hit. All right, number 7. Here's a long one. Number 7. An avid reader, President John F. Kennedy listed this James Bond novel among his favorite books in a Life magazine interview, greatly boosting the popularity of the character in the United States. About a month before his death, JFK hosted a private White House screening of its film adaptation, the second entry in the film franchise. Name that James Bond novel, or name that second James Bond movie. What is it? Okay, number 8. At the 1991 Academy Awards, this multilingual film became the first of its genre to win Best Picture since 1931. All right, number 9. Founded in 1989, this NBA team brought the league back to its city for the first time since the Lakers left for Los Angeles in 1960? And then number 10, this 2013 single features the lyric, "Let's make a night you won't remember. I'll be the one you won't forget." What song is that? You all know the drill by now. Pause now if you want more time. We're going to go over those again, and then we're going to see if Ryan knows those answers. Ryan, how you feeling about the chain? You got 7 during round 1.
I'll say this is a lot easier with pen and paper than doing in the car. Getting a chance to write it down, fill in some of those gaps makes it a lot easier. I don't know, maybe about the same as the first round. We're looking at maybe a C, hopefully a B, maybe improve a little bit. But okay. Yeah, I think probably still more than half. So yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Item number 1. This actress made an unexpected appearance in the Billboard Hot 100's top 10 in 2013, singing while performing a simple percussion routine.
I think this is Anna Kendrick. I didn't see the movie, but there's a video where she's kind of sitting cross-legged on a stage doing the cups and clapping, and I'm hoping that's the right answer because it fits with the chain. Okay.
It is the right answer. Anna Kendrick. Shout out to Emma. She was talking about Anna Kendrick when she was at our house a few days ago. So I was like, yeah, let's work her into trivia. I feel like it's been a while since she made an appearance in the pub trivia group. So starting the chain off with Anna Kendrick. All right, number 2. This model and reality TV star's 1994 marriage to 89-year-old billionaire J. Howard Marshall led to a years-long legal battle over her late husband's estate.
This was Anna Nicole Smith.
Yeah, Anna Nicole Smith. Now, I gather I'm maybe a few years younger than you, Ryan. I wasn't aware of this at all. Maybe I was under a rock. I was young in 1994, but
I remember it very well. Yeah, that was when I peaked. So yeah, just slightly older, but yeah, she starred in Naked Gun 33 and a Third, which is one of my favorite film franchises of all time. But yeah, it was a big thing in the news. I remember that also.
All right. So maybe that was super easy for some of you. I don't think I would have gotten that one. Anyway, Anna Kendrick to Anna Nicole Smith. Number 3, this 2005 action comedy opens with a husband and wife in marriage counseling before revealing they're in the same line of work. In 2024, it was adapted into a television series that debuted on Prime Video.
This is Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yeah, the Brad Jelena movie, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, the new television series with Donald Glover, has good reviews. Actually, has better reviews than the movie did. So
great, should
might
check
be worth
that
checking
out.
out. Yeah.
I almost said Mrs. and Mr. Smith, but I didn't want to get the order wrong, so I guess correct this time.
I mean, you already figured out that I would have given it to you anyway. So
true, yeah.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith connecting to Anna Nicole Smith. All right, number 4. This longtime breakfast mascot became the love interest of Colonel Sanders in a 2018 KFC chicken and waffles ad campaign that spoofed the iconic lift from Dirty Dancing.
I haven't seen this, but I need to go check it out right now because it sounds hysterical. That's got to be Mrs. Buttersworth.
Yeah, Mrs. Buttersworth, which I'm sad to hear isn't really a thing in Britain or Australia or New Zealand. It's really just a North America thing. That's a shame. Syrup that comes in a bottle that looks like just some random grandmother. Like, it's good stuff.
We actually in Long Beach, California, we have one of the original chicken and waffles, very famous restaurants called Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. It's been around a long time, helped popularize the dish. So if you're ever in Southern California, come by and check it out. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Shout out Roscoe. Love it. All right, number 5. Romance novel cover model Fabio was heavily featured in advertisements for this food brand, often appearing in over-the-top scenarios in which he dramatically rescued women from bland or high cholesterol meals.
I remember this also. This was I Can't Believe It's Not Butter.
I Can't Believe It's Not Butter, connecting to Mrs. Buttersworth. Well done. All right, number 6. Number 6. This 2003 rock hit featuring the lyric. This 2003 rock hit features the lyric, "My heart's in overdrive and you're behind the steering wheel."
I'm pretty sure that's it's called, I believe in a thing called love.
Yes. Yes. The guy with the falsetto voice, the lead singer of The Darkness, and his falsetto voice. Great song.
It was a great parody of 80s hair metal glam rock, which is my favorite genre. So that was a fantastic song when it came out.
Heck yeah. So I believe in a thing called love, connecting to I Can't Believe It's Not Butter. All right, number 7. Number 7. An avid reader, President John F. Kennedy listed this James Bond novel among his favorite books in a Life magazine interview, greatly boosting the popularity of the character in the United States. About a month before his death, JFK hosted a private White House screening of its film adaptation, the second entry in the franchise. Do you know this one?
I think Joining with Love, I think it's From Russia with Love, is the second movie.
From Russia with Love. You are correct. You are correct. All right, number 8. At the 1991 Academy Awards, this multilingual film became the first of its genre to win Best Picture since 1931.
To be honest, this one stumped me. I think I know the answer to number 9 and the answer to number 7. I tried figuring something that would link the two, but I just couldn't come up with anything.
Yeah. So when I say the first of its genre, it was the first Western to win Best Picture since 1931. That Western, that multilingual Western, being part of it in English, part of it in Lakota, at least a simplified version of Lakota, Dances with Wolves. Dances with Wolves. Connecting to From Russia with Love. All right, number 9. Founded in 1989, this NBA team brought the league back to its city for the first time since the Lakers left for Los Angeles in 1960.
That'd be your Minnesota Timberwolves, correct?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really a fan, but yes, they are in the city that I live in, the city that I live right outside of anyway. Yes, the Minnesota Timberwolves. I think the city of Minneapolis, and right, I'm not a Minnesota native, but the state of Minnesota is still a little bit bitter about Los Angeles, your area, taking the Lakers from them back in 1960.
Yeah, I'm not much of a Laker fan.
Actually,
you can have them back if you want to.
Fair enough. Actually, there's still some Minneapolis Lakers banners hanging at Target Center because they won some championships.
Yeah,
they won some championships while they were here. So those would be, still recognized in the Target Center. Kind of cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, obviously the Timberwolves connecting to Dances with Wolves. So then number 10, this 2013 single features the lyric, "Let's make a night you won't remember. I'll be the one you won't forget."
Know the song. I can hear it playing in my head. I have no idea what the title of the song is, and I'm not going to pull anything from Minnesota Timberwolves to make anything that sounds sensical. So I'm just going to give up on this one.
Yeah, I mean, it's simply called Timber, right? Pitbull and Kesha. Timber.
All right.
There you have it. So, I mean, 8 out of 10, that's a B. That is a B.
Not bad. Not bad.
Nice
Maybe
job,
I can
Ryan.
get an A in the final round.
Let's
Hoping to
see.
keep
Let's see.
improving.
That was round number 2. Round number 2, short answer chain. Got one more for you, Ryan, and then it's my turn in the hot seat. Round number 3 coming up, acrostics. All right, round number 3, acrostics. The way this one works is I have a 10-letter acrostic, and I'm going to give you a clue for that 10-letter acrostic, and then every single one of these 10 items that I have, right, the first letter is going to spell out that 10-letter acrostic. So here's your clue for the 10-letter acrostic. This term was popularized on TikTok in 2023 by Olivia Marr as she feasted on grapes, bread, cheese, and pickles. So what is that term popularized on TikTok in 2023 by Olivia Marr as she feasted on grapes, bread, cheese, and pickles? Of course, it was popularized in 2023. I will admit I just finally learned what it meant last week when someone younger and cooler than me was explaining it. Shout out to them. What is that term? These next 10 items are going to spell out that term. So once you figure out what that term is, these items, you'll be able to answer them more easily. All right, let's do this. Item number 1, formerly known as the Gold Coast, this nation adopted its current name upon becoming the first sub-Saharan African colony to gain independence in 1957. All right, number 2. Set during the Cold War, this 1999 animated film follows a young boy trying to hide his new friend from the U.S. military. This film is called The what? All right, number 3. In honor of this Hall of Fame baseball player, Major League Baseball annually presents an award to the player who best represents the game through extraordinary character, community involvement, philanthropy, and positive contributions on and off the field. Who is that player? All right, number 4. By annual production, this Danish company is technically the world's largest tire manufacturer, producing more than 300 million tires each year. All right, number 5. With a name that translates to Little Golden Thing, this snack brand originated at a restaurant in Disneyland before its popularity led Frito-Lay to launch it nationally and eventually globally. What is that? All right, number 6. Number 6, those who spend time here witness about 16 sunrises each day. All right, number 7. This popular sandwich spread traces its origins to Italy in the years following World War II, when one of its main ingredients remained scarce. Its early form was sold as a loaf before the familiar jarred spread debuted in 1964. What am I talking about? Okay, number 8. During round 2, we mentioned that Dances with Wolves became the first Western in nearly 60 years to win Best Picture. Since then, 2 more Westerns have won the Academy Award for Best Picture. This, all right, I need you to tell me this one. This one is the most recent. What is that most recent Western to win the Academy Award for Best Picture? Okay, number 9. This classic toy was invented in 1959 by a French electrician after he discovered how aluminum powder clings to glass through static electricity. Name that toy. And then number 10, featuring songs such as In My Life and Norwegian Wood, this 1965 Beatles album is often cited as one of the band's finest, and so it impressed Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys to the point where he said every song, quote, went together like no album ever made before, thus making it a major inspiration for Pet Sounds. What Beatles album am I talking about? All right, everybody. You definitely know the drill by now. Pause now if you want more time. We'll go over each of those again. And then we're going to see if Brian knows the answers. Let's start by reminding everybody of the acrostic. We'll start just reminding everybody of the acrostic. The clue for the 10-letter acrostic, this term was popularized on TikTok in 2023 by Olivia Marr as she feasted on grapes, bread, cheese, and pickles. You might have to ask the youths in your life, what that term is. I just learned it from a youth in my life about a week ago. All right, Ryan, how are we feeling?
Probably about as good as the last couple of rounds.
Okay.
Again, I really stoked to do acrostics. Again, this is another one that's really hard to do in the car, but it's always a fun category. So it's a lot easier being able to write stuff down. So I think I did pretty well. I think I got the acrostic, but I missed a couple. So well, we'll see how I do.
Yeah. I remember when I first did acrostics for the podcast, I was hesitant, and I remember asking for feedback, and I was surprised that it seemed like the podcast listeners liked it. I know a lot of people do play with someone in the passenger seat, like writing things down, which is obviously more difficult when you're sitting in traffic.
Yeah, exactly.
Because even I was driving my son to soccer practice today, and I was thinking about a possible 10-letter acrostic I could use for a future round. I was trying to count out in my head, would that be 10 letters? It's not.
It makes it a lot easier. It is a really fun category, but yeah, when you're sitting in traffic, you don't really want to be writing stuff down while you're in bumper to bumper traffic.
Yes. Let's make that clear. I do not support anyone driving and writing at the same time.
Safety first.
All right, let's do this. Item number one. Formerly known as the Gold Coast, this nation adopted its current name upon becoming the first sub-Saharan African colony to gain independence in 1957.
I think it's Ghana. I think it's next door to Ivory Coast, so it makes sense that it was called Gold Coast.
Yeah, Ghana with a G. So the acrostic starts with a G. All right, number 2. Set during the Cold War, this 1999 animated film follows a young boy trying to hide his new friend from the U.S. military. This film is called the what?
I didn't know this one. From the acrostic, I think it starts with the letter I, but I just don't know it, unfortunately.
All right. Worth going back and watching. Definitely worth going back and watching. The Iron Giant.
I haven't seen that, but I've heard it's terribly sad, and I cried my ass out at Toy Story 3, so I don't know how I'd handle Iron Giant.
Fair enough. So Iron Giant with an I. We're at G-I. All right, number 3. In honor of this Hall of Fame baseball player, Major League Baseball annually presents an award to the player who best represents the game through extraordinary character, community involvement, philanthropy, and positive contributions on and off the field. I know you know this one. Who is it?
Yeah, that's the Roberto Clemente Award.
Yes, Roberto Clemente with an R. So we're at G-I-R. Okay, number 4. By annual production, this Danish company is technically the world's largest tire manufacturer, producing more than 300 million tires each year.
Yeah, this has to be Legos.
Legos with an L. G-I-R-L. All right, number 5. With a name that translates to Little Golden Thing, this snack brand originated at a restaurant in Disneyland before its popularity led Frito-Lay to launch it nationally and eventually globally.
I think that's Doritos.
Yes, Doritos. My Spanish is horrible. We were talking about C's earlier. The class I always got a C in high school was Spanish class, so I dropped it after sophomore year. But often, like you add ito to a word, and that means like little, right? So like the soccer star Chicharito was like, I think it translated to like little P or something like that, because his dad was like, for whatever reason, his dad was nicknamed the P. I don't totally understand that, but he was Little P, I believe. Unless he was little something else. He was little something. It was referring to him and his dad. So Doritos, Little Golden Thing. Little Golden Thing. So that's Doritos with the D. So now we're at G-I-R-L-D. All right, let's keep it going. Number 6. Those who spend time here witness about 16 sunrises each day. What would that be?
Just going off the acrostic, I'm going to guess that it's Iceland, but I'm not positive.
Good guess. Good guess. No, that's going to be the International Space Station.
Okay.
The International Space Station. I know that there's a Chinese space station as well, but that doesn't start with an I, so would not fit the acrostic. So we're at G-I-R-L-D-I. All right, number 7. Number 7, this popular sandwich spread traces its origins to Italy in the years following World War II, when one of its main ingredients remained scarce. Its early form was sold as a loaf before the familiar jarred spread debuted in 1964. You know what I'm talking about?
I think it's Nutella. Nutella?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Nutella with an N. Nutella with an N. G-I-R-L-D-I-N. Great job. Great job. All right. Number 8. During round number 2, we mentioned that Dances with Wolves became the first Western in nearly 60 years to win Best Picture. Since then, though, 2 more Westerns have won the Academy Award for Best Picture. This one is the most recent. What film would that be?
I don't know. All I can think is Unforgiven, but I know that doesn't fit the acrostic. I think it starts with an N, but I'm just drawing a blank on this one.
Yeah, was Unforgiven the Clint Eastwood one?
Yeah, that was the Clint Eastwood early 90s, I think.
Yeah, so that one won shortly after Dances with Wolves. This one had a little bit of separation. No Country for Old Men.
Okay.
So G-I-R-L-D-I-N-N. All right, number 9. Number 9. This classic toy was invented in 1959 by a French electrician after he discovered how aluminum powder clings to glass through static electricity.
Etch-a-Sketch.
Etch-a-Sketch. Etch-a-Sketch with an E. G-I-R-L-D-I-N-N-E. Number 10. Featuring songs such as In My Life and Norwegian Wood, this 1965 Beatles album is often cited as one of the band's finest. And it so impressed Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys that he said every song went together like no album ever made before. Even said it was a major inspiration for Pet Sounds. What Beatles album am I talking about?
This is actually my wife's favorite album. She's a big Beatles fan. Rubber Soul.
Rubber Soul. Shout out to Ryan's wife. Rubber Soul with an R, which means that our acrostic, right? That TikToker, she was feasting on like grapes, cheese, pickles, and she called it girl dinner. Girl dinner, which a much younger person explained to me is what girls sometimes do for dinner if they're just by themselves, is they'll just take like a bunch of snacks and make a dinner out of them. And that's the opposite of boy dinner, where you just take basically one item and you just eat it in a very large quantity, often over the sink. So like an entire rotisserie chicken that you eat over the sink, that would be boy dinner. Or this guy that I coach swimming with that might be listening. He recently found out about the podcast. Every meal he tells me that he eats just ground beef mixed with rice and like nothing else. I'm pretty sure that would qualify as boy dinner. I don't know. I don't make the rules. I just learned this term last week, but I think, Dylan, if you're listening, I'm pretty sure that qualifies as boy dinner. Ryan, had you heard that term before?
I've never heard of girl dinner before. No, I got enough of the clues to kind of fill in. I had a lot of consonants. So it was kind of fun to figure out.
Yeah.
But I'll definitely start using it more often.
I just thought it was funny having these Gen Xers tell me about, or not Gen Xers, Gen Zers. It's late night. Usually I record these during the day. It's 10 p.m. where I am. So yeah, having these Gen Zers explain to me girl dinner and boy dinner. I thought it was funny. I was like, girl dinner is 10 letters. Let's make it into an acrostic. Let's do it. Well, it's 10 p.m. We just did 3 rounds. I'm up for one more. I'm up for sitting in the hot seat. Ryan, you wrote around for me?
I did. Do you have the questions up? I unfortunately I had to switch over to my phone, so I don't have the questions handy. But I think give it a shot.
Yeah, I do have them. You call it rhyme time. Can you explain rhyme time?
Rhyme time was just something I thought was sounded like a fun idea. I think I was inspired by your alliterations round. I thought that was a lot of fun, and I started thinking of words that rhyme that go together. I thought it'd be fun to have a round where the answer was just 2 words and each one of those words rhymed with each other. I'm sure there's an official literary term for that, but I didn't bother to look it up. We'll just call it a rhyme time.
All right, let's do it. And I think for the sake of time, I'm going to go over each one once. So we'll go over it and then we'll see if I know the answer.
Sounds great.
I know like several weeks ago when you sent this, you sent these with the answers, but I immediately scrolled up. So I don't know the answers. So you'll be revealing these live to me.
Okay.
All right. Let's do this. Again. We're only going to go over each one of these once, just for the sake of time. Here we go. Item number one. This peanut butter filled taffy candy appeared in the 1998 film Half Baked, in which Dave Chappelle confesses to said candy bar, "You're my only friend." Okay. I'm like thinking of things that rhyme. So to give everyone just a little bit of a background, I remember in the explanation you gave me, you used the example of Shaquille O'Neal, right? Shaquille O'Neal, right? A 2-word answer where the first word rhymes with the second word. In his case, his first name rhymes with his last name. You didn't use Shaquille O'Neal because I had recently had a Shaquille O'Neal item. But Shaquille O'Neal would be an example of something that fits this round. So I'm like thinking of like peanut buttery candies like Nutter Butter, but I don't think it's Nutter Butter, no taffy, or like Reese's Pieces, peanut butter, but no taffy. I don't know this one. What is it?
It's Abba Zaba. It's one of
Okay.
my favorite scenes from the movie Half Baked. He takes a bite and says, "Abba Zabba, you're my only friend." But
Abba
yeah,
Zaba.
Nutter Butter and Reese's Pieces are excellent guesses. I'm gonna add those to my list.
Yes, add those. Add those. Make me around 2. Nutter Butter, Reese's Pieces. Ada Zaba?
Abba Zabba.
Abba?
Yeah.
Like Abba?
ABBA, Abba Zabba. It's a not very popular these days. You don't see it around very often, but you might get lucky.
I'm going to look for it. All right, number 2. This Prohibition era classic cocktail made with gin, lemon juice, and honey shares its name with a slang term of the same era, meaning top notch or the best. I don't know this cocktail, but I'm going to just throw out a guess. Is it the Bee's Knees?
It is the Bee's Knees. Excellent guess. Yeah, it's a take on a gin gimlet where you basically just sub in honey for simple sugar.
All right. Bee's Knees. I like it. Might have to try one of those too.
Absolutely. And it's delicious.
All right. Number 3. This restaurant, cantina, and live music venue was founded by a prominent rock and roll frontman in 1990 and inspired an award-winning tequila of the same name. I don't know. Patron Ramon. I don't know.
Excellent guess. It's Cabo Wabo. And you could
Okay.
probably find Cabo Wabo in stores. Founded by Sammy Hagar, who opened up the restaurant in Cabo San Lucas and made a tequila after it.
All right. All right. Number 4. Before composing the main title theme to The Simpsons and original Batman movies, on his way to 25 film and television award wins, this musician, composer, and voice actor fronted a 1980s new wave rock band that made a cameo in the 1986 film Back to School. Name that band. So I know you're talking about Danny Elfman. I'm a very big Batman fan. I know you're talking about Danny Elfman.
Yes.
And like born and raised in Madison, Wisconsin, like Back to School was filmed there. So that's kind of like a favorite film of people in Madison. We love to watch it because it was filmed at the UW. I know it's like I remember it being like a goofy name. Like Ogo Bogo.
Oh, so close. Very close. You might get half credit for that one.
What is it?
The answer is Oingo Boingo. So
Oingo
Oingo Boingo was
Boingo.
very, very close. Yeah, you're right on the tip with that one.
All right. That was close. Close, but no cigar. All right.
I'd give you half.
I got to pick it up. All right. Number 5. This unique stringed instrument produces sound via a hand-cranked wheel acting as a violin bow, and it traces its ancestry back to 10th century Europe. While the instrument fell out of fashion by the 19th century, it made recent appearances on albums by Metallica and Arcade Fire. Ryan, you're going to have to save me on this one.
Yeah, this is a toughie. I only know this because I was really big into Arcade Fire a while ago. They played an instrument on a couple of their albums called the hurdy-gurdy, and I thought hurdy-gurdy is a fun word to say, so I thought it'd be fun to work it into this clue. But I do recognize it's a pretty esoteric clue.
There needs to be something needs to be made. Maybe a candy bar, maybe a mixed drink. Called the hurdy-gurdy.
I agree. I agree.
That'd be a great name. All right, number 6. I of course know number 6. Number 6 is going to redeem me. Shia LaBeouf made his acting debut on this early 2000 sitcom, which shares its name with a recurring Daily Show segment in which 2 now famous comedians with the same first name would aggressively debate over ridiculous sides of a trivial topic before descending into chaotic personal insults. Yeah, so that was Stephen Colbert and Steve Carell, right?
Correct. Yes, on the Daily Show.
But the sitcom you're referring to, Even Stevens.
Correct. Yes. Even Stevens. Good job. Yes. Excellent.
Yep. All right, number 7. The next door neighbor of America's favorite shoe salesman found herself with this whimsically rhyming name after getting remarried in season 5. See, again, like I know you're talking about you're talking about Married with Children, right?
Correct. Yeah, that's the show. Correct.
I was very young and remember my parents not letting me watch it. They watched it, I'm pretty sure. I was not allowed to watch it and have not gone back and watched it. Can you reveal the answer?
Yeah, the neighbor's name is Marcy Darcy, after she got remarried to Jefferson Darcy in season 5. Excellent show, worth a rewatch if you want to go back and check it out. I would watch it again. My parents did let me watch it, but my dad would always comment on how stupid it was, and then he would sit down and just cackle and laugh and howl with us. So good show for the whole family. Maybe not for kids.
Yeah. Yes, not for my kid. I'll give it a watch, and I'll shoot you a text when I do give it a watch.
Yeah, it'd be
and
great.
I'll recommend you the Iron Giant. Though you don't want to cry, so.
If I'm alone with nobody around to watch me cry, I'll do it. But I can't have any witnesses.
Yes. In that setting, yes. All right. All right. Let's keep going. Number 8. This music duo became the first duo to spend more than a full year in the top 40 of the Billboard Hot 100 without interruption. I am pretty sure I know who this is. I'm pretty sure I know the answer. I'm surprised that they got this distinction, but it's got to be Milli Vanilli.
It is Milli Vanilli. Yes, I didn't want to include anything about lip syncing. Thought that might have given it away, but yeah, Milli Vanilli, very successful.
Yeah. Okay, number 9. This sports franchise officially debuted in 2016, but introduced an alternate set of fast-paced rules designed to make the game more fun for spectators in June 2020, including time limits, trick plays, choreographed dancing, and fan participation. They recently set a single game attendance record of over 102,000 spectators at Kyle Field in May 2026. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know this one. This one would be the Savannah Bananas.
Very good. Yeah, that is the Savannah Bananas. Great job.
And you're a big baseball guy. As a baseball guy, like you're legit. Like you just told me you'll watch any baseball game, even
Absolutely.
though your Oakland A's abandoned you, which I feel sorry about. I know I was kind of cheery in my voice just now as I said that, but I am sad that they left you. But you're a baseball guy. You just told me you'll watch pretty much any baseball game. You coach it. How do you feel about the Savannah Bananas? Do you think it's good for the sport?
The only thing I don't like about it is I haven't been able to score tickets the last 2 years.
Okay.
So, but no, I love the Savannah Bananas. The boys love them. It's they make the game fun. My favorite rule of theirs is if a fan catches a foul ball on a fly, it's considered an out. So I really like how they make the fans, part of the game. But it does speed up the game and makes it more fun for a lot of people who otherwise wouldn't have any interest in baseball. So I like the fact that it's just bringing kind of a national spotlight to the sport and getting more people interested. I have lots of swag. I've got a jersey and a hat, but I've unfortunately never seen them play live. But hoping to do that one day.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, one of these days I'd like to as well. They came to Minneapolis, or they came to St. Paul, but they played at the minor league stadium and not at Target Field.
Oh, they could sell out Target Field very easily. Yeah, they're selling out SEC football stadiums. So Yeah, they should come back and play a couple games at Target.
Yeah, and they were already big by the time I don't know why they went to the minor league stadium. Maybe it was, I don't know. Number 10, last one. Okay, NBA. Yeah, I'm not going to know this one. This former first-round NBA draft pick by Golden State was more famous for his antics off the court, including a 68-game suspension for choking his coach and for popularizing a trend of spinning car rims after showing off his customized car on MTV Cribs. I feel like I should know this. He choked his coach. Like, that was big news, I bet. Cribs, I remember Cribs. Spinning car rims, I definitely remember those. Who is this guy?
Yeah, that was Latrell Sprewell. And growing up in Northern California, I was a big Golden State Warriors fan, so he was someone I followed. I was hoping the clue about the spinning tire rims would help, because everyone referred to those as Sprewells, because he was the one who kind of popularized it on the show. But yeah, that was Latrell Sprewell. I wanted to do Shaquille O'Neal, but you had done him previously, fairly recently, so found another NBAer with a rhyming name and rolled with it.
All right. No, I appreciate it. What era? Roughly what year was Latrell Sprewell?
Like mid-90s, maybe late 90s, possibly early. Definitely 90s. I'd have to look it up.
Okay.
But yeah, it was quite a while ago. He's been retired for some time.
Fair enough. Well, Ryan, thank you so much for coming on the show. Thank you so much for writing around, giving us, it's a holiday weekend. A lot of people are road tripping right now. Thank you for giving people a little extra trivia to play along with. Thank you for giving me a little extra trivia to play along with. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Sam. I appreciate you humoring me in my first attempt to write a trivia round, but I've already got 13 or 15 more rhyming clues, so maybe I'll write a round 2, and if you're interested, maybe we can do it again.
Yeah, would love to. Just
Awesome.
email me. Just email me, and you can come back on. Good times.
Thanks, Sam. Appreciate you.
All right, appreciate you, and I appreciate everyone listening. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for playing along. Hey, if you're listening on 4th of July weekend, happy 4th of July to you. If you're listening later on, happy whatever day it is. Happy whatever day it is to you. All right, everybody. Peace out. Pod on, you nerds. Bye.